So there's this whole ongoing debate about Chris Brown and
the fact that he's been spazzing lately.
Yeah, he's kind of had some spazzing going on.
Kind of. Crazy.
Is Chris Brown the new Bobby Brown?
No. Are we gonna make him the new Bobby Brown as the media? Yeah.
They're gonna turn him into it because people keep pushing him. I think, and that's becoming an issue. Like people keep bothering him.
It's the Pac issue.
He did everything right to try to overcome what happened.
And they wouldn't leave him alone.
No, he's done a bunch right. For every 2 steps forward, he takes 1 back.
As far as Chris Brown is concerned, we see what's happening with him. We see what we think is happening with him.
When you were his age, and I'm talking to the guys, how many stupid things? And I'm not saying you did something criminal like the whole fight with Rihanna or whatever, but I'm saying like the little spazzings and stuff like that. How many of those things did you do?
Not the kid.
Really?
Seriously.
I can see that with you. I can
Not
see
the
that
kid.
with you. You still spaz.
I don't spaz. I have moments.
Are you kidding?
One, we don't know what the people around Chris have been doing or saying about him and his whereabouts and his actions. Did I ever hit you?
Is that what we go from 0 to 60?
I'm tweeting.
You fucking just hit me right now.
I pushed you away.
I'm tweeting.
He just hit me right now.
I don't have those moments, but you have to understand the way we live. I mean, obviously, is very, very different from how he lives. The amount of stress and amount of pressure he's dealing with.
Just hear me out. Did you have, at that age, 21, 22, 23, were you a little bit of a hothead?
I would say I'm more of a hothead now than I was back then.
Okay, so imagine...
And I still haven't had
the average guy at 21 is a hothead.
Right.
I don't...
Not necessarily a hothead, but just doing dumb shit.
That's not true. Doing dumb shit to the range of the dumb shit he's done takes a different mentality.
We're not going all the way. We're not talking about...
What dumb shit would you consider... All right, what do you consider dumb shit for a 21-year-old who's not famous?
I'm a Breezy fan, and I've always said that I'm a Breezy fan. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't concerned about where he is headed. I do also think that it's a mixture of him being young and dumb and reckless and not getting a fair shake. But at the same time, he put himself in the position.
I feel like the trigger moment in his life when all the demons came was after this Rihanna incident.
I honestly think, and this is coming from a genuine place, I don't think Chris is that dumb or naive or whatever. I think he's acting out because he wants to.
What do you mean he wants to?
There's something about me that thinks he likes that attention. That he likes to play, I'm against the world and I'm gonna show everybody. I think it's a reason for him to be not relevant because his music makes him relevant.
Regardless.
But I think because you can't be that dumb to do this shit.
With the world,
or maybe that's his damage. He was raised in an abusive home. He's got some like legitimate damaging things in his past. Maybe that's just his damage. He's angry.
I think he's a little hard-headed. I think he's extremely stubborn. I think he's slightly spoiled because he's been living
no, he's definitely very spoiled.
We don't know what happens behind the scenes, but he has been doing some things that just appear reckless. Like, I mean, this last phone thing, dude, you're gonna get your parole revoked.
So the whole Breezy did or didn't snatch the girl's phone.
With me and Chris Brown, I think it's 50-50. I think there's some times where he knows he's just not supposed to do it, but he does it anyway. And then there's some times where he has no choice because, like you said, he's living in a fishbowl and it's damaged. Some of the shit that he does commit or that he does, whatever, it's just like really
stupid.
Like really stupid.
His age.
It's not an excuse. It's a stupidity.
Well, I also think that he definitely comes off a little entitled and like you said, a little spoiled. How you deal with fame. What was that Oprah's quote? Fame doesn't change who you are, it just magnifies it. When you look at Chris Brown, this is who he is, just bigger. It's on a global scale because he's Chris Brown, the singer.
We're all spectators. The road he's traveling down is not a great one. It's a familiar path that we've seen with a lot of superstars. We don't want to see that happen to him because he has a great talent.
But the reality is that he would be the exact same person if you didn't have the fame. It would just be on a much smaller scale. So when you really look at the shit that he's doing, take all the everybody's watching you away.
It's the Rihanna thing. He was not like this before Rihanna.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Okay, and I wrote this article about this actually. In the months leading up to the whole initial incident, it was interesting because you started to see him start to get into little spats with the paparazzi outside of parties. He started wearing all these really angry t-shirts. There was one t-shirt that was just like, "Stop looking at me." He started going through these little like angry mini tantrums. So when that whole Rihanna thing like happened, it was a couple of articles about this. A few people were just like, if you actually paid attention to Breezy before it was definitely building.
In order for him to heal, he needs Jesus. Only God can help this man. The media is going to destroy him. It's going to give news hits, any story that is from Chris Brown. It's going to bring attention. He does need to go away. He needs to go to some island somewhere and find himself, do some yoga, meditating, or whatever religion he believes in.
No one thought that it could ever go where it did. He's been painted with this brush that he helped himself be painted with.
That he painted himself.
Right. But now, does he even have a fair chance? No. So we are going to make him the new Bobby, basically. No matter what he does.
We're not going to make him. You can be who you want to be.
The fact is, he's been choosing to be an asshole.
He's been choosing to lash out.
Maybe he's just like, fuck it, whatever I do, I'm the asshole. So let me be
that's a defeatist philosophy that will never improve anything. You can be like that all you want, but then when the consequences come back, don't bitch about it. If that's how you choose to be, you're gonna walk out in the world with this chip on your shoulder, talk about, well, fuck it, everything I do is wrong anyway.
Bitch about it?
He bitches all the time. Every time he gets on Twitter, I got a Grammy, fuck y'all. Come on, dude. Who was that for? And I understand being frustrated, but this isn't helping you. Acting out like this, you got professional wrestlers wanting to choke you out.
I just don't understand, how do you snatch someone's phone?
No, that looks like some shit that you're leaving a club and you high and you drunk and you did some dumb shit.
Oh, no. I understand if you knock a drink out of somebody's hand, or if you knock the phone out their hand and you keep it moving. You snatch the phone, roll your window up, and drive off because he's painted as the angry guy. That's okay.
No. I said that it's now a huge deal. If Adrian Grenier had done that, or somebody who's not necessarily,
the hot seat.
Yeah. It would have been kind of
locked up though. You're still stealing somebody's phone.
It's heightened because of what Chris Brown
did. Right, and I'm not saying it's not stupid.
Look, what happened with him and old girl wasn't that long ago. He just hasn't healed yet.
Case being the Rihanna situation, so we don't want to see that ×2 happen again, or with something else that could be detrimental to his career and his health and his personal life.
He's young and it's going to take him longer. I'm sure when he's 40, 39 and still an artist, he'll be like, damn, I was stupid. I should have did it like this,
See,
this and
okay,
that.
So when you look at a person like Kanye lashed out, but also Kanye sat his ass down. He knew. People around him was like, nigga, you need to move. Just go somewhere for a couple months and make whatever music you wanted to make. Do that shit and then come back and reevaluate what's going on. Chris has not taken a break,
and no one around him has tried to.
Exactly.
Has tried to.
Well, you don't know.
They don't
I said seemingly. I said
from what we know.
You can only help somebody who wants help, and like Jazz said before, he comes from a broken home. Right now in his life and his mind, maybe he feels like.
And
he
also,
don't need
Kanye
help.
was in his 30s when this happened, and he had enough self-awareness to say, "I need to bench myself." What Chris is lacking is time and experience to know, hey, guess what? Maybe the whole world isn't against me. Maybe it is me.
Well, that just needs to happen before it's too late. They can paint the picture a little. They can alter the picture a little bit right now. But if he's done something that kills somebody,
well, God forbid.
Exactly.
Well, every time. When as reckless as he's being, and the way people are not checking, like the way it doesn't seem like no one's checking.
But and that's the thing. All we're seeing are the little spurts. We're not seeing the behind the scenes. Russell Simmons calls him and cusses him out. We don't see any of it.
And the crazy is he's still getting Grammys and selling music no matter what.
Well, he's still making good music.
Amy Winehouse was doing that, and people kind of turned a blind eye to what she was doing, and now she's gone. Her father obviously jumped out and was like, yo, can y'all please stop buying her shit because I'm trying to get her well and y'all aren't helping. What we're saying is we haven't seen anyone come out and do that on Chris Brown's behalf.
In order to be helped, you need to want help. And what we're saying is that since he's young and reckless, maybe he feels like either he doesn't need the help or he don't want the help, or right now.
But I think you see what happened to everybody who's too famous and doesn't know how to control it. Control the fame, don't let it control you.
It's misplaced. I think where he wants help is he wants everyone off his back. He doesn't necessarily see that it's him.
That's not gonna happen. Seemingly, it seems like no one is telling, not even his fans are saying like, you need to just settle down.
I just feel like collectively,
but he's listening to the fans that are saying, he's listening to the fans that are saying, oh, they're just haters.
No, his fans are. The critics are saying. When the critic says that, you don't listen. When a fan says it, you might listen.
You see, he's got these girls who are hitting him up talking about, yo, you can beat me if you want.
And those are his fans. You can beat me. A critic is telling him, like us, sit down, have a seat, relax, go on vacation for 6 months and whatever. A fan is saying like, don't let these people,
he needs to go to Haiti in a hole in a corner and serve some kids and get some life lessons.
Everybody can't do what you do.
Nowadays, if you don't say oh, Breezy, it's them, it's not you. You're painted as a critic instead of a fan. I'm a Chris Brown fan. Like, his music. I think that he's very charismatic. I think he's in a great place creatively, but I think the moment that you start saying that, yo, Breezy, you're also slightly out of control, you're painted as a critic. And his fans that have sense are saying, yo, you know, you're spiraling, this is still not right, get it together. I think that we're being painted as the critics and the haters and whatever, but that goes back to what we were saying before about, like, you're a hater if you don't agree with something.
Fair shake thing is out of the door. That fair look at you, like, look in the mirror and like, okay, he's just like that shit. Hopefully somebody around him can knock him in the head and be like, yo, listen.
I hope he's not at that point by the time he comes to it. You don't get any credit for riding the ship when it's already like this. You think what I'm saying? Like when he's already in handcuffs and then somebody says, hey man, maybe you should.
Well, I tried to tell you.
Yeah, like I hope it doesn't take that for him to snap out of it.
And to end it off, maybe it's Bobby Brown that needs to have that conversation.
Would I like for him to take a break? I kind of thought that was gonna happen after the Fame album. It was a great comeback album for him, great album. He had some monster singles, good tour. What I'd hoped would happen was that he took some time to reflect because now his comeback is complete. Now he just dropped his new album cover, so apparently not. I would like to see him take some time to just go do some real world stuff, to have a reality check, and to maybe get in touch with who he is as a person. Because at the end of the day, fame can go away, money can go away, music can go away. But if you don't know who you are, you'll be lost with what's left.